Here we go, here we go, here we go. Live in full effect at the M Club at the Marriott at Frankfurt Airport. Last time I talked to you guys, I was in Athens, Greece, and now I'm in Frankfurt. Now, some things that I have discovered, definitely want to share. What's up, JP Buffett? What's up, Dr. Buffett? Here, let me move over here. Oh, Mike Newland coming in hot. Matt Clausen, Cesar Joel. Well, since I have heavy hitters in here already, let me know if you guys can hear me. Should be hearing me pretty clear. I have my AirPods in, so you guys should be hearing me. What's up, Mike? All right, excellent. So first and foremost, let me give you guys an update. Once again, I'm joining you from the M Club. I'm joining you from the M Club at the Marriott at Frankfurt. Beautiful club, very well appointed, very nice. There's an outside area. I filmed most of this. I'm going to be putting it on the video. Once again, shout out to Mike Newland. Thank you for the super chat. Some things learned. Now, I planned this layover to get rid of points and to also fly a bucket list item, which is the 747 on Lufthansa. So I knew this layover was going to be long, but this is something that I really want to pass on. When you have these long layovers, if you are flying business class, please go to your bag trace counters, because even if you have a connecting flight where one is short and another one is long, understand that they are the pretty much all of the agents are empowered and able to give you amenity kits. So I actually got a spare amenity kit for my 2.5 hour flight from Athens to Frankfurt, since I just told them that, hey, I'm not going to have my bag, and it was just no questions asked. So with that out of the way, let me get into the perspective. And this pop-up perspective is because I want you guys to be the best users of these programs and cards. Please, 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 from my perspective to you, please make sure you pay attention to all the ancillary benefits that you get from loyalty programs. I am a Titanium Elite member with Marriott. So, and I have pictures of the room, video of the room. I just wanted to do this live from the lounge. But the room that I got upgraded to using one of my upgrade certificates from my titanium status is sick. It walked up to a double door, 2 bathrooms, living room, M Club lounge access, full on suite, 1 bedroom suite. A lot of the times, and this goes for airline statuses, hotel statuses, we're so focused on simply attaining the status, we never actually understand how robust they are and if they have teeth. Now, some statuses do not have teeth. Let's just keep it real. And I'm looking at you, Hyatt, Explorist, Discoverist, whereas other ones, it's like it gets real. Once you get past the sweet spot of Platinum Elite into Titanium Elite, you get to sink your teeth into a lot of things that Marriott has to offer. Same with Diamond status with Hilton. Actually, their benefits start at Gold once you start getting free breakfast and so on and so forth. So that is what it is. That is what I'm that is my perspective. Make sure you really start putting these loyalty programs through their paces, because you will end up leaving money on the table just by attaining a class of loyalty program just to have it, just to say you have it, or if you don't travel it, or because you got it because of a card, but you never actually looked into what it is that you can actually use it for. So we all know how I feel about leaving money on the table. Well, let's go back to the chat here. Got some trolls. What's up, Phil from Papua New Guinea? Okay, Mike Newland, Caesar Joel, Matt Clausen. Plus, we have Dr. Buffett. But yeah, that is my perspective. And the thing is that we talk about statuses so much. We talk about it. We talk about what cards give what and how that is rolled into the value of a card. But really and truly, like nuts and bolts, let's start breaking some of these statuses down, nuts and bolts. And understand sometimes where status can help you even more so than the points. Like I'm flying Lufthansa business class. And one thing I have learned is that if you book Lufthansa business class on an award booking, you get what's called the lowest award, meaning you they won't even let you pay for an upgrade via the Lufthansa app. I called, they don't even want to talk about it. Even if there are upgradable seats in the class of plane, because you have booked via points in your fare class, you're just not privy to those benefits. Now, I'm sure with status, that could help. So, once again, like I said, let's start being more cognizant of some of these statuses that we're getting and exactly what is entailed with them and what they could possibly get us. Now, I had, and unfortunately, I don't remember his name, but somebody pointed out to me my titanium status. Once you look into Emirates, you get priority boarding by virtue of your titanium elite status with Marriott. And come to find out, I didn't even know that, but I guess through a Freudian slip, I had already registered for it. So that works. So please, let's be cognizant of those. Let's go back to the chat here. JP Buffett said, that's what's up. Definitely going to have to pay more attention to status. Absolutely. Though high status made it hard for me to get anything useful for loading. Yeah, at Hyatt, if you're not globalist, you're not even in the conversation. Outside of free water, you're really not in the conversation. I'm telling you, it's such a night and day difference. That's why I use them as a prime example. QC Man, hi Chad, what's the Amex acceptance been in Germany so far? I never have a problem in Germany. It's my second time here, and I pretty much just eat here. And I use my gold card and I use my Marriott card. I've been at the Sheraton, the Marriott, both of them in the same place here at the Frankfurt airport, and there's never an issue whatsoever. I never have a problem. And I had zero issues with acceptance. Actually, I had one issue with acceptance on American Express, and it was in the last place that I thought it would be, and that was in the air. I tried to get Wi-Fi on my Lufthansa flight from Athens to Frankfurt, and they do not accept American Express, only Visa and MasterCard. So that's a thing. Other than that, in Athens, I had no issue. I used a mix of my gold card and, just to get a couple dollars because there's no fees. I used my Capital One Saver One, whatever, just to mix it up a little bit, but no issues whatsoever. Wong Wei Travels. Now, anybody in the chat who doesn't know, Mike from Wong Wei Travels, I'm trying to be like him when I grow up. That dude is a travel machine. He is a beast. So if you haven't checked out Mike from Long Way Travels yet, please make sure you do so. Joshua Anderson, Hyatt is good about giving late checkouts to discover a status, but yes, that and water is all I expect. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the difference when you're a globalist, and if I was gonna go hard body on Hyatt, I wouldn't stop till I was globalist. That is it. I'm not lingering. Even when I had the Hyatt business card and I had Explorer status, it's still with a $199 annual fee card that I can mitigate with two stays to $99. It's still Globalist is just they put out a card with Globalist easily. They could charge $250 to $500 for that card, and it would be worth every single penny. Just stay one time in one of their Category 8 hotels, and you're gonna make all your money back. It's ridiculous. Shout out to QC Man. Appreciate the 2 spots, sir. Jordan rules for credit. How does the experience of Lufthansa stack up against others? Well, this is my second time flying Lufthansa business class, and frankly, before I flew Emirates, Lufthansa was my number one business class. I had flown the 787 Dreamliner, and then also, oh, by the way, I'm going to go to 15 minutes because the lounge is going to close at 10, and then I'm going to cut off. So I got 4 minutes left because normally I would cut off by now. But tomorrow I'll be able to tell you guys how the 747 was. Their seat layout is a 222 configuration, so it's not something where you get privacy if you sit by a window. So I'll see how that works out for me flying into Chicago. But I'm looking forward to trying this because I've always wanted to fly the Queen of the Skies, which is 747. I've been in the A380. I want to be on the other double-decker airline in the sky. Yeah, I'm going to be on the second floor, Mike. Uh, I'm for Jordan though. The food I found outside of Emirates, the food and the service was the best I've ever experienced with Lufthansa, and I always said I would I would definitely fly it again. QC man, you miss. Let's see here. QC man says, "Miss the beginning is this Lufthansa lounge." No, this is the M lounge at the Marriott, uh, Frankfurt. So let's flip the camera. Let's give you guys a little look here. Just a little look see. And this is where I'm sitting. So yeah, so I just figured it would be best to go live from here. And also from the beginning, QC man, the perspective was like looking into the nuts and bolts of your statuses. The upgrade certificates I got with titanium status with Marriott have been worth their weight in gold. Literally, these upgrade certificates have paid for the status and the credit cards that I have just in sheer upgrade alone because these upgrades have made my points that much more valuable. I am working on a full redemption video for this entire trip. I've already written everything down, but I went from a regular king room to a one bedroom M Club suite, and their room is sick. I have it on video. I'm going to be parsing a video together for it to make sure you guys can see that. What's up, Filmo's World? Darius Jamal. What's up, man? I got to get in on that Emirates experience. Looked amazing. Man, it was beyond words, man. Emirates first class. Don't let anybody fool you. If you don't get the A380, you miss a shower. Okay. If you don't get the game changer, okay. The classic 777 service is out of this world. I was drinking cognac that was 1,200 euros a bottle, and it was free pour. Literally, my insides were pickled. My cup of my goblet of Dom Perignon was never below halfway. Every time I turned around, the service was insane. I was not on the game changer. I did have a updated seat on my first class, and they had the stars in the top of the cabin and the floor, but this was the classic first class cabin on the Newark to Athens route. I believe the game changer is actually present on the Dubai to Chicago route. So that is something I definitely may want to look into at a later date. But yeah, the game changer is really on about 7 of their routes, and still so far, even if it's on 7 of the routes, it's only on select aircraft. So you definitely may want to look into that if you are trying to specifically fly the game changer product. But Long Way Travel says I just flew the 747 Korean Air last week. Second floor is see, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to have that experience. I want to be able to say it. Unfortunately, the missus is not with me. This is just a quick trip because I was astonished at the amount of points that I left 2024 with. And frankly, I don't do all of that. But for this, you have the Silk Road, Snifter, man, QC, man, cognac is my drink. That is my drink. And I had Hennessy XO when I was business class on Emirates from Cairo to Dubai. But in first class, they don't give you XO, they give you Hennessy Paradise. So it is extra rare. So the level will be VS, Hennessy VS, very special. Then there's VSOP, Hennessy Privilege. Then there's XO. Then there's Paradise. And then beyond that would be like Ricard Hennessy, very, very, very special edition aged cognac. So I tell you what, it was smooth as silk. With this, I am closing. I've already gone over to 16 minutes. They are going to be closing the lounge on me. You guys know how I do. I go live without warning, but I keep them very short because I respect your time. I don't want you guys getting burnt out. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to tune in. You got your notifications on. You tuned in. You got with me. Remember, there is no me without you. I appreciate every single person that took the time to come through, say what's up. Shout out to QC Man and Mike Newland for the super chats. They are always, always, always extremely well appreciated. Peace out, JP Buffett. Long way, I'm trying to be like you. Credit Show Food. Good to see you here. Thank you so much, you guys. Eric Harper, there you go. My guy, I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm going to catch up with you, brother. But thank you so much, you guys, for being here because they're about to close the lounge. So I'm going to finish this adult beverage and I'm going to head to my room and get to work on some videos. So I appreciate you guys. Much love. Salute. Peace out.